My name is Jonathan Betzler, the host of the online discussion show Film Revision. But today I'm here on behalf of Reel 13 to discuss one of their exciting upcoming Reel 13 indies, The Cult of Sincerity. And with us here today are the primary collaborators, or I should say some of the primary collaborators, behind the film The Cult of Sincerity. So without further ado, allow me to introduce these talented local New York filmmakers from left to right. Adam Browne, the co-director, DP, and editor of the film. Is that correct?
That's correct.
The lead actor, Daniel Pettrow, who played the role of Joseph. Mm-hmm. And Choisnet, the other co-director of the film.
And producer.
Missing from this triumvirate here is Daniel Nairi, who is actually on his honeymoon. The nerve. He's on his honeymoon. He just got married a couple weeks ago, so unfortunately we weren't able to get him here to talk to him. He is the writer and producer of the film.
That's correct.
So first, I want to say thank you guys for coming. The next thing I want to say is I am pumped that we got some NYU boys in the house, and that's what I want to start out with. Before we get to the film, I actually want to talk about training and background a little bit. Like, how did you find the film school experience?
First of all, NYU, I mean, it's got to be one of the most prestigious film schools on at least this side of the country. But I think in our experience there, the reason that I felt that is because obviously the training's top-notch, but there's a lot of places you can get top-notch training. I think the film school experience is all about who you meet and the opportunities. Yeah, like I met Brendan there. We met Daniel Nairi, the writer and producer, there as well. So,
did you guys form your collective in college, or after?
Loosely, not informally.
Yeah, Adam and I started working together our sophomore year of college, and then we started working with Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we started working with Dan basically right around when we graduated. We were all friends, had sort of loosely worked together, but didn't start really working together till after college. Yeah, I think along with what Adam's saying, NYU really provided quite a sort of talent pool of our classmates, and I think that pushes you to do more, pushes you to work harder, pushes you to experiment more, and I think made the college experience really wonderful, as well as, you know, we had classmates and professors that were able to hire us like right out of school and give us a lot of, you know, real world opportunity. The further I get away from the program, the more I realize what it did for me. Yeah. I mean, when I was a student there, when I was a student there, did I complain? Like, yeah, but I was a 19-year-old, you know, kid in college who wanted to like rent HD cameras every single day of the week, and like, you know, they have 200 students per grade, so they just can't do that. So I think the further I get away from the program, the more I realize the strength of what I learned, and again, the strength of it's the strength of the faculty, and it's the strength of my classmates, and a lot of whom I'm still working with.
Did you immediately fall into your disciplines? I mean, like you're a multidiscipline person, so I mean, like, but in terms of working together, did you immediately become the director, and you became like the DP editor guy?
I mean, we pretty clearly during Sight and Sound film and those first few classes we worked together, realized that Brennan's strength really kind of spanned the front end of things: producing, directing, writing, conceptualizing, and my strengths really spanned the back end of things. But we overlapped a little bit in the middle.
Shooting isn't exactly back end, but
well, yeah, in the middle. I mean, more of the technical production side.
I feel you.
You know, in post-production.
It's weird because do you ever? This is not one of my questions, but just talking to you, did you ever feel conflict as a DP and an editor? Like, do you ever feel like it's the most beautiful shot, doesn't make any sense in the story, but you know, do you ever feel that there's things you want to keep?
Well, absolutely. And what was wonderful is, I mean,
they don't let you?
Yeah, exactly. We're always like, you know, I'm just gonna fight for this shot really hard. But there were definitely, you know, in the editing process, the other guys really gave me a lot of feedback that was, you know, that I knew to respect and to take. But there are definitely shots that I loved.
Dan, the writer, and Adam and I are sort of, the way we work together is sort of, it's not majority rule. It's everyone has
unanimous.
To agree. So
it has to really?
Everyone has to agree. So we will not, and I mean that can take a while sometimes.
I was about to say, dear God.
But we don't ever want to have that dynamic where people are sort of politicking for what they want, and that. So we basically, I mean, we're friends, but we feel like brothers at this point, and we all just sort of like, you know, knock things out and make sure we all agree, and at the end of the day, none of us are going to like make a comment of like, well, that shot, if it were my movie. We're not going to do that. Like at the end of the day,
you don't want to undercut the other person.
Yeah, it's our film, and all three of us represent it equally.